Yes guys, welcome back to Hair System DIY. Today we're going to be talking about full cap wigs and how realistic they are now. Slightly different to my usual hair system content, however it's on the same lines. If you are interested in getting a hair system like mine, LaVividhair.com, don't forget the 15% discount code Adam15, it's in the description box below. So, a lot of people, when they think about wigs, they've probably seen images from the 1960s, 1970s of these terrible looking hair pieces that look so fake that you could spot it a mile off. Well, today we're going to be looking at contemporary wigs and seeing whether they've changed or not. So we're going to be looking at a couple of videos and assessing, are they realistic? So let's get into it. Okay, so this is Heydecke, which is a German sort of hair system wig provider. And you can see this guy he's got full-blown alopecia. I think this eye thing sort of gets rid of bags under your eyes. Quite intrigued by it. And you can see sort of like the fake eyebrows going on. Those eyebrows look pretty good, you know. They look pretty good. You wouldn't know they're fake. Let's get to the wig. So this is it going on. As of now, it looks a little bit thick, but obviously that can change. It looks like there's a poly around the edge. You can already see he looks a lot younger just with hair on his head, you know, which is super impressive. I think as well, just judging by the sides, you'd probably need to have them fairly long for this to actually work. You can see the bangs at the front there. A few things to pick out here. Number one, he looks maybe about 10 years old, 10 years younger. I actually don't think this guy is very old at all. I think he might be 19, 20 years old. When he walked into the salon, he looked maybe about 30, 35. But immediately, the hair and the smile has taken years off of him. You can see how, you know, revolutionary this is for him. He looks like a completely different person. If you were to walk into the salon and see him with alopecia, leave, come back 2 hours later, and to walk past this guy, you wouldn't know it was the same person. You'd mistake him for someone else. So that just shows how transformational this wig is for this guy. I like the density. The colour seems to work as well. I'm assuming... I mean, it's impossible to know because he has no hair, but I'm assuming that his natural hair would have been this kind of colour, which is, I suppose, like a sort of darkish brown. A darkish brown, sort of black colour. He looks over the moon, proper chuffed. At the back as well, it looks quite natural. As I said earlier in the video, you wouldn't be able to have it short at the back because I think it would... Like you get with hair systems, if they're too short, they sort of stick out and get a bit fluffy and poofy. So it'd need to be a certain length. I'd estimate it's probably about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. All around, and then longer at the front with the sort of bangs. Very happy. And a bit more German, of which I really need to start learning, because I don't understand a word, apart from Guten Tag. Right, so let's move on to the next one, which is a LaVivid wig. Obviously, anyone who's been following my content, you'll know that I am partnered with LaVivid. They sponsor my videos, and they make very good hair systems, but they also do wigs. At the end of this video, I will be talking a bit more about that, and I'll show you where you can get a wig if you are interested, if you suffer from alopecia. So just a bit of context with this guy. He wants to look like Bradley Cooper. He wants to have Bradley Cooper hair. So it's sort of a little bit longer, I suppose. Parted in the middle, I'm imagining, is what he's going to go for. The colour is sort of like a darkish brown. There's sort of like quite nice, quite wavy as well. I'd say it's more wavy than the last guy. So as you can see, it's sort of pushed up, so he's showing his hairline, And you can see at the front, it's pretty natural as well. So I'm imagining that that's a lace frontal because it looks pretty realistic. And it's sort of pushed back. It's quite wavy, I suppose, which I suppose works because he's going for the Bradley Cooper look.
So I asked this gentleman here, and I looked like him, and they said, yeah, of course. Again, I couldn't believe it. But now I look at myself in the mirror and I say, yeah, Bradley, look at me. I look even better than you.
Yeah, you do, mate. In terms of realism, I think this looks fantastic. And the same with the first video as well. You wouldn't know that it's a wig. You wouldn't know that it's a hair system. The density is just right, which is important. Obviously, you need the right density. If it's too thick, it can look a bit fake. So the density is pretty good. I think having slightly longer hair, if you're going to have a full cap wig, definitely adds to the realism. If it's too short, and I have seen ones in the past that are a little bit too short, and it just looks a bit fluffy, and you can sort of tell that it's not coming out of the subject's scalp. Whereas with this, the ears are covered, so you wouldn't know, and it gives a really nice sort of natural look. Yeah, it looks really good. I'm going to actually go over to LaVivid Hair's website because I want to check. Yes, I think this is the one he went for. So it's a mono top and a lace front with a weft back. With these wefts, they always look super cozy and super comfy. I wouldn't actually mind trying one myself because it looks really cozy. I know a lot of women wear them. A lot of African American women wear them, and they look super cozy. As you can see there at the front, you've got that lace which gives that natural appearance, that sort of natural invisible hairline with this lace top and back. I suppose the one on the right might be a bit more comfortable, but you wouldn't get such a realistic hairline. So I'd imagine with this kind of wig that you'd probably need to part it in the middle, because if you're showing too much of the hair, it might be a bit more obvious. If you're going for the invisible hairline, I mean, it might look quite obvious. Right, one more for you guys. There's just a YouTube short. But this guy, again, you know, full alopecia, and he's getting a full cap wig. It looks like it's monofilament in the middle, just judging by the picture. And it looks like quite a snug fit. It looks like a very snug fit, actually. I mean, I'm not even sure that would need tape. Again, it looks fine. It looks fine to me. The density is on point. The density is consistent around the whole wig itself. Maybe it's a little bit on the thick side. But what I would say with this gentleman is, because he's of Asian descent, their hair can quite often be thicker than Caucasian, European sort of hair. So he could probably get away with it. I suppose the only thing is the age element. He may be in his sort of late 30s, early 40s. Might be a little bit thick for his age group. But what I really like about this is that you don't need tapes or glues. It's just a perfectly snug fit onto your head, and it still looks fine. You know, it's still passable. It's not the best full cap wig I've seen. The first two are absolutely fantastic and unbelievably realistic. This one, not quite so much, but still pretty good. Guys, what's your opinion on these full cap wigs that I've shown you? I think they look fantastic, especially the first two. And it just shows how far full cap wigs have come in the last 20, 30 years. They really do look fantastic, and you wouldn't know that they are effectively wearing any sort of unit. Guys, if you suffer from alopecia universalis or alopecia areata, what's your experience been? Do you wear a wig yourself? Is it something that you found helpful? Is it something you're on the fence with? LaVivid Hair, they actually do their own wigs, so you can check those out if you want. I'll put it in the description box below. Unfortunately, my discount code does not work for those, but they're still worth checking out. Till next time, guys. Bye for now.